Welcome, everybody. This is Sherman Ray, and this is Lovin and Livin in Vegas, the podcast. I want to welcome you all to the show today. Sorry, I'm kind of late here today, to tell you the truth, folks. I've had a crazy morning, and I want to apologize really right off the bat before we even get started. I want to apologize because what the show is going to end up looking like here today, but we just sometimes these things cannot be helped. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Lovin and Livin in Vegas podcast and Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine. We come to you each and every day of the week, about Monday through Friday, 8:30 to about 9 o'clock in the morning. And sorry, folks, I'm just discombobulated this morning. This has been one of those days. Went out riding this morning. As you can see my bike over here, over my shoulder here. Went out for a great ride this morning. Really wasn't feeling really good. But, excuse me, still got the ride in. Had a great time with the ride. But then, I was, as I was normally going to do, I was going to get ready for my day. And found out that somebody had broken into my car. Yeah, I know. Somebody broke into my car this morning. So, I know. I was really upset. I was just so upset. Yeah, I rarely get upset, folks, but when I do, I can get pretty upset. And so it happened this morning where I got just riled up because, um, my car got broken into. What are you going to do? So, sorry. So for those of you, this might be the first time that you're checking us out. Um, I did something that I probably should have done earlier too. I forgot to get us going live too. So it's all right. We're all good. So some of you, I know some of you want to actually see the intro. Okay, so I'm gonna play the intro, just because some people really love seeing the intro to the show, and so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right. So there. See? Yeah, we played the intro. We went to the intro to the show, and we are officially online. We're a little late, but we're all good. We're really very good. Once again, folks, I want to welcome you all to the show. I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine. We come to you each and every day, Monday through Friday, to talk to you about the people, the places, the trends, the events, all the cool things that really have to do with Vegas and why we love living here in Vegas. And I'm going to move this back just a little bit more, too. I'm just kind of discombobulated here. Can you see everything? We're all good? Okay. And so today is no different. We're going to actually have a cool day because there's some really cool stuff that's going on in the Valley. We want to hit that. We want to tell you all about it, folks. There's actually, so we're going to talk a little bit about the A's because that to me is one of the biggest stories, is the Oakland A's. And we've been talking about that for a long time. If you saw the article that I posted late yesterday on our website at loveandlivinvegas.com, you know that there's some cool things that we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk a little bit about the NFR, so the National Finals Rodeo. They are back after a year of being gone from Vegas. And we're also going to talk about a special teacher. There's a special teacher here in Vegas who is made national headlines. Yeah, it's so, we live in such a dynamic town. But let's pay some bills first, folks. Oops, I just screwed up. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I got rid of all my notes. So, before we get started, so our magazine, Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine, is coming out. It is coming out, in just a couple more weeks. Just a few, January of 2022, it'll be coming out. And so I'm going to be sending out a lot of emails to people who have said, hey, guess what? We want to finalize our advertising, all that kind of stuff. Because if you want to get in on this magazine, folks, it's coming down to crunch time. We just have a couple more weeks, and you don't want to wait to the last minute on this. You just don't want to. because you won't be able to get into the magazine. So don't wait. As a matter of fact, if you, and we'll announce this a couple of times here in the show today, if you want to get either a digital copy of it, a free digital copy of the magazine, or you would like to be in the magazine. Okay, let's say you want to be an advertiser. Okay, most of the articles are already written already, so that's kind of a tough thing. But if you want to be an advertiser, send me an email. Send it to info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. It's info@lovinandlivininvegas.com, and we will get you on we'll get you out there. Okay, we really will. Very exciting things that are going on, and we just now is the time. It's just you don't want to wait much longer, especially with the new year coming up, and a lot of people are doing a lot of things in the new year. And I'm just saying, for marketing purposes, you want to get out there. You want to get out there now, so people know that you're alive. Okay. This is now December, and so the interesting thing about December, folks, is that December marks the end of Movember, but we're actually having a contest in January for our Lovin and Livin in Vegas launch party. So we're having a launch party for the magazine, and so we've asked guys if you've grown a mustache, you've grown a beard like I have. You can still see it; it's still growing quite lovely there. That that you don't shave it, because we're actually having a mustache and beard competition. It's called the first annual Las Vegas Whiskey and Whiskers Festival, and you can, like I said, mine will still get pretty close to this what it'll look like on this guy. Okay, I know many of you don't think so, but it can. My beard can get quite healthy. Excuse me. And so don't shave that mustache. Don't shave that beard. I know a lot of guys are going, oh, November's over with. I can now be clean shaven. We've been asking you for weeks now. Do not shave that thing. Don't shave it. Save it till January when we have the festival, and you can show that hair off. Show your hair off, okay? And you can be a part of the competition, and you will have a great time. So let's talk a little bit about, and I didn't get a chance to do any of my graphics today, folks. I really want to apologize because, well, we just had an issue today. We had an issue today with being able to get here on time, get in the studio on time, and be able to get any graphics up. So this is a story, but we will post all this stuff. We'll post all of this, all these articles and a lot of this stuff on our website. And we'll do a lot more of that. So if you haven't seen our website, folks, I really encourage you, go to our website, because we're posting a lot of this stuff on our website. and you'll be able to see this. Plus, we'll post it on our Facebook page also. But there's a futuristic pedestrian bridge on Las Vegas Strip, and expected to cost about $40 million. This is going to be pretty cool. I mean, this really is. Sahara Avenue, Las Vegas Boulevard pedestrian bridge. They actually have a picture of it. Boy, I wish I could find this picture. Do I have time to do it? No, I don't have time to do it. City of Las Vegas Wednesday approved a contract to continue design services for a new pedestrian bridge on the Strip, expected to cost about $40 million to construct the new pedestrian bridge, which renderings have shown have a futuristic design. It'll be located at Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara. So this is pretty cool because basically the gateway to Las Vegas in the whole Strip area is basically, we probably all acknowledge, it's Sahara, Las Vegas Boulevard. Now, where the Stratosphere is at, which is a little bit further down, going north, that is really where there's a big archway. If you've seen the beginning of our show, that is where we took that video footage. That is really kind of the gateway into that whole area of the Strip coming up Las Vegas Boulevard. But they want to have but it's always been hard to get across Las Vegas and Sahara. And to tell you the truth, it slows down traffic tremendously in that area. So they're doing a big flyover. They say that intersection that we were just talking about, Las Vegas Boulevard and Sahara, routinely sees about 70 to 80,000 vehicles a day. That's a lot. That's a lot of cars, along with thousands of pedestrians, according to the city. Between 2009 and 18, there were 595 crashes that resulted in 326 injuries. 2 people died. So, according to the city, the proposed design of the bridge calls for an iconic circular bridge that will give pedestrians easier access to all 4 corners of the intersection. So we'll post a picture of this. That's actually really pretty cool. It's a great rendering of it. It's kind of like a circular thing that's going to go around that area, and yeah, I think it'll be a cool thing that you'll actually see. So let's talk about the A's. Okay, and I do. Do I have a picture of the A's here? I think I do. Maybe I do. Let's see if I do. No. So the A's, Oakland A's, have been reported to have had eyes on Las Vegas for quite some time now. It's kind of like somebody coming around looking at looking at your sister, something like that, and you've been saying, "Hey, what's going on with this? Are you looking at my? Are you looking at my? Are are you interested in coming here?" So now we've been hearing about this for quite a while. Are the A's coming here or are they not? They've been here in the last couple of years at least a dozen times. I mean, just a lot of times these guys have been here. And about a week ago, it was reported by a couple of different sources that they actually had bought a piece of property. Okay, so interesting thing about this property is nobody knew where it was at. Nobody knew where it was at. Nobody knew how much they paid for it. Okay, but we do suspect that they're going to build a stadium, and the stadium is going to be about $1 billion for their stadium, their baseball stadium that they're going to build. So so we just reported on this yesterday that the A's are looking at, of all places, the Tropicana Hotel for their new location. I know, really? The Tropicana Hotel? One of the oldest hotels, one of the oldest sites in the valley. They're thinking about putting a baseball stadium right there across from New York. New York, just south of the MGM, across from the, what's it called? Is it, I forgot the name, Excalibur. Okay? So, right off Tropicana at Las Vegas Boulevard, the end of the strip basically, close to the end of the strip, they're thinking about putting a baseball stadium right there where the Tropicana is at. Folks, this is crazy. If this were not so true, I wouldn't tell you about it. I really wouldn't. Oakland Athletics are reportedly interested in the Tropicana Hotel and Casino on the Strip as a possible site for a baseball stadium. Oh my gosh. According to CNBC, that another site under consideration was the Wynn Golf Course. Okay, that's probably not going to happen. Another site, possibly in the running, is an unnamed property owned by Caesars Entertainment. But before that would even be considered, they'd have to bid on the land, put together a public-private financing thing, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and of course the A's declined to comment on the thing. Okay, so here's the problem we have with this, folks. One, would the Tropicana owners actually sell that piece of property for a baseball stadium, of all things? Number two, right now, you got a lot of people upset. You've got you've got drivers who live in that area, drivers who come in that area who are already upset about this because, for one reason, the amount of traffic that it's going to bring. If you've gone to a Raiders game, which is just a little bit down the street on Las Vegas Boulevard, for Allegiant Stadium, it's crazy. It is just crazy to go to a game. It's just nuts. It is just nuts. So can you imagine? Excuse me, Allegiant Stadium's on the other side of the 95. But the point being, the amount of traffic that it's going to cause is nuts. So here's the interesting thing about it, and I know I'm going a little long on this, and we'll get off this real quick. The Hughes Corporation, which owns the Las Vegas Aviators, the minor league team for the Oakland A's, has already said we'll give you land for free out in Summerlin. Just bring it out to Summerlin, and we've got plenty of land out there that will be great and suited for you. But the A's are thinking, hey, no way. We want to be down where all the hip stuff is at. We want to be off the strip. Well, okay, I understand that. So that's kind of the thing we're going here. Get free land that you don't have to pay for, just like the Las Vegas ballpark. Okay, the Hughes Corporation gifted all that land to the Aviators, and it is like magnifico. It's just awesome out there. Or you can pay for, I mean, how much can it cost to buy a piece of property that you're going to level? That's crazy. Okay, so yeah, who would ever thunk? Who would have ever thunk it? Anyways, so those of you who are just watching us right now, I'm Sherman Ray. I'm the publisher of Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine, and we just want to let you know that the magazine is actually coming out. The magazine's coming out January of 2022. Love it, folks. It's going to be fun. We're doing some cool things, and I'm working on a real cool project that is going to be. It's oh, I can't even tell you about it. It's so cool. It is so cool that it, it's going to be it's going to be, what do they call it? It's a cataclysmic event that's going to happen. Never happened in the annals of magazine marketing, all that stuff. It never happened. And for the people who get involved with Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine, you're going to get to have the first sneak peek at it. So how can you do that? Send me an email. Just send me an email at info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. Info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. Become an advertiser. You can be in the magazine, or you can get a free digital copy of the magazine when it comes out in January. and but folks, time is running out. It really is. I just cannot stress this enough. I've got a list of people on my board back here who I'm going to be calling up saying, hey, look, guys, if a lot of you expressed an interest in being in the magazine, time to make it happen. Because it's gonna happen here pretty cool. Okay, so once again, send me an email, info@lovinandlivininvegas.com, info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. Okay. There's another story here. Carlos Santana. I don't know if you knew about this. Carlos Santana has lived here for quite a long time. He's lived in Vegas for quite a number of years. He's been playing, up and down. A lot of times he's playing at the Allegiant Stadium. I saw him actually there during a preseason game. But he's canceled all of his December shows. And excuse me, the name of the show was called An Intimate Evening with Santana. His greatest hits lives at the House of Blues in Mandalay Bay. But he actually had to cancel those because he's recovering from unscheduled surgery. So he's having a heart surgery. So we just want to offer up our prayers for him. And so this was a statement that his folks put out. He says, regret to inform you that Santana's band has canceled the remaining December 21st schedules at the House of Blues. Iconic band leader Carlos had an unscheduled heart procedure that impacted his performance in Las Vegas. Okay, so we want to pray. He's doing great, they said, and he's anxious to be back on stage, but he profoundly regrets that this speed bump necessitated the cancellation of his upcoming performances. Okay, so he's looking forward to seeing everybody really, really soon. So he'll be back, and so we just want to keep Carlos in our prayers. We really do. Excuse me. Have any of you gone out to the NFR National Finals Rodeo? Real cool stuff, folks. They were gone for an entire year, so they were gone all of 2020. Back up Thomas and Mack Stadium, and they have a thing called Cowboy Christmas. Okay, and the National Finals Rodeo only official gift show has been delighting fans and filling stockings since 1986. This is cool. With the exception of 2020, the NFR is called the Thomas and Mack their home. Okay, approximately 350 exhibitors will be out there doing a big Cowboy Christmas blowout. spread out across 440,000 square feet at the Las Vegas Convention Center for a festive shopping extravaganza. So if you want to go out there to the Las Vegas Convention Center, you can actually be a part of this. Um, and what's the date on this? I'm kind of skipping around here. December 12th, December 2nd through the 11th, 9 to 4. So 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. So starting today. Okay, starting today, 9 a.m. Entry is free. Go to the Las Vegas Convention Center, South Halls. It's on Paradise and Desert Inn. Okay. Once again, we will actually be putting links to this on our Facebook page, so you don't have to go looking all the place, or you can find it on our big list. We got a new big list on our website. So our big list on our website is a lot of events going all the way through. I mean, there's a lot of events that you're going to see. Originally compiled by our friends over at Las Vegas Weekly, and so we were able to put that on our website also. So it's very, very cool. Before we leave, yesterday, Golden Knights played against Anaheim Ducks. We lost 6-5. Gosh. They're fine. They're fine. They're in fourth place right now, the VGK, and they're having a tough year. So folks, we all knew it was going to happen. We knew that the honeymoon was going to do this. It's every honeymoon has its issues, and so the VGK had 4 tremendous years. I mean, this is their 4th year, so 3 tremendous years. So we're having a little bit of off year. That's fine. They're still our guys, and they still pack the stadiums. So we just wish them all the luck in the world. We do. So let's talk about a teacher. So there's a teacher. We have a Las Vegas teacher who's featured on a magazine cover for People of the Year. Yay! This is a pretty cool story. People magazine announced its 2021's People of the Year on Wednesday. Okay, so just yesterday. This year's list included country music legends like Dolly Parton, Sandra Oh, Olympic medalist Simone Biles, of course, and a Las Vegas teacher. I'm going to drink a little bit of water here. I'm sorry. And her name is Juliana Urtubey. Okay, Urtubey is a 2021 National Teacher of the Year. And many of you probably saw her actually get this award. She was actually in Washington, D.C. They actually gave her, oh no, she was here. And I think First Lady Jill Biden gave her the award here. So she's a special ed teacher at Kermit Booker, and she's the first teacher of the year, or the first teacher in Nevada to be awarded the honor of National Teacher of the Year, and the first Latina to win since 2005. So that doesn't make sense. The first Latina to win since 2005. Okay, all right. So she won though. That's cool, and she's on the cover of People magazine. So she and her family immigrated to the U.S. from Colombia when she was very young, and so we want to congratulate Juliana that she's done such a great job. So let me give you a little. Okay, we don't have a lot of time, so let's end on kind of a funny note, I guess. So Las Vegas is ranked as one of the top cities. Should I even read this? Yeah, I'm gonna read it. One of the top cities for infidelity. Oh, I know, I said it. Yes, one of the top cities for infidelity. Really? Did anybody have to? Okay. The news: Las Vegas being ranked as one of the top cities where people cheat on a spouse might not be a surprise, but the fact that we ranked 4th might be. Oh, gosh. Really? No. Come on. There's got to be other places that are worse than us. I mean, we're at number 4. I tend to think that these polls are just nothing. I won't even say what I think they are. The new list was compiled by dating site Ashley Madison. Okay, whatever. It's published the list of wintertime infidelity towns. Wintertime, so things change, I guess. So if it's summertime, we may not rank. Wintertime, maybe fall, we might not rank. Towns using its data from over 70 million users. The city's coming in above Las Vegas. Okay, let's see who got worse than we did. Okay, Atlanta. Okay, we knew y'all was out there just nasty. Miami, number two. Orlando, number one. Orlando, Florida. So the East Coast was worse than us, and so we represent the West Coast. That's the way I look at it. We are representing the West Coast. That's the way I'll look at it. That Las Vegas is representing in a poll that some people just, you know, they just don't think we should rank, but we do. Um, isn't that funny? That Las Vegas ranked one of the top places for infidelity. Goodness. So they actually list all of the places. How do we get up here? So it's all East Coast places, except for it gets down to the West Coast when it gets Spokane, Washington, and that Spokane, Washington is number 12. But every other place is no Idaho, Boise, Idaho, really? Boise, Idaho is number 7. I don't think that's. And Reno, there are more people who screw around in Reno. They're number 20. I think they're just picking names out of a hat. We're gonna start our own poll here, folks, to see if we rank anywhere near, you know, this stuff, because I don't think so. Um, do I have time for one more story? Uh, I don't have time. I just don't have time for another story. Okay, let's do this. Once again, folks, I want to apologize today because I did not have any of my graphics up. I really apologize for that. But we will take care of that tomorrow. Hopefully, we can get things done. Once again, somebody broke into my car today, and I had to go do some stuff. So I just barely got back into the studio here to do any kind of stuff, and so I apologize for that. But the magazine, once again, our magazine, Lovin and Livin in Vegas magazine, coming out January. And if you would like to get a digital copy of the magazine, all you've got to do is send me an email. Send the email to info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. Info at lovinandlivininvegas.com. And you will get a free digital copy of the magazine. Okay, January is when it's coming out, and you will get that. If you would like to be an advertiser, let's say you want to advertise in the magazine. Okay, this thing is going to go out all over the place. It's not going to be just be in Vegas. It's going out all over the place. And send me an email. Send something to me and say, hey, Sherm, we want to take care of this. But you've got to do it really soon here, folks. This is no joke. I really, a lot of people say, oh, you know, come here last minute. You know, they try to make it seem like, you know, that you've got to do things now or it's going to go away. In this case, it is. Okay, I can only hold off for so long. And we've already told most of our team members that you got to get your stuff in now because you have to edit everything and it's got to look presentable online. Okay, it's a digital copy, but it doesn't mean that it's got to get done. So if you want to be a part of the magazine, you want to do all that cool stuff, send me an email at info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. Info@lovinandlivininvegas.com. And we will take care of you. We really will. We take care of our people. Even though Nevada ranks number 4, Las Vegas ranks number 4 in infidelity. Dang, that's just not right. Just not right. Anyways, I want to thank you again, folks. We'll be back again tomorrow for another wonderful edition of Lovin and Livin in Vegas. I'm your host, Sherman Ray. Once again, folks, just, be with us tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning to about 9 o'clock, okay? Where we'll talk about the people, the places, the trends, the events that make Las Vegas the city that everybody loves. Okay, this has been Sherman Ray for Lovin and Livin in Vegas. We'll talk to you soon.